Welcome back, Drifters. Tonight, we're turning off the Umbrella corporate hotline and onto the urgent airwaves of crisis. Our broadcast brings us deep inside Raccoon City, placing us at the very heart of an escalating outbreak and at the dispatch console of the Raccoon City Police Department. This is going to be an intense transmission. We're going to listen in real time as the routine calls for noise complaints and traffic accidents collapse into sheer terror. A raw, minute-by-minute look at the thin blue line failing under the unimaginable scale of a biological outbreak. As always, the first portion of our show is the immersive broadcast story, followed by pure, stabilizing ambience, designed so you don't wake up startled by any unexpected screaming. Your subscription is how we keep the lights on in Raccoon City. I can't thank everyone enough for the amazing support we've received here at Realm Drifters. Your support keeps our broadcast alive. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps these deep dive ambient experiences reach more people who need them for focus, study, or sleep. Now, turn off the lights and settle in. Our transmission starts now.
680 to 90, 10-4.
Dispatcher's log. Raccoon City Police Department, Station 77. Operator John Mack McKenzie. Today's date is September 24th, 1998. Shift start, currently 2100 hours. Log entry 1. Quiet start, 3 days of rain. The mood here at the precinct is just as gray. Chief Irons has us on a citywide level 2 alert. He's citing civil unrest as the reason for the OT, but he's not being specific on what that means for the guys on the street. Internal RPD chatter is a mess. Everyone's still hung up on the Arclay case. The cannibalism, the missing STARS members, the wild animal theories. Only now, the reports are coming from the heart of the city. We're seeing a 300% spike in erratic behavior calls since sunset. We got 3 units tied up at General Hospital and 2 more out at the park. The STARS office is still mostly empty. Just a few desks and a lot of unanswered questions. People seem oddly on edge tonight, and we've had a lot of calls. Who knows? Anyway, switching to active monitor. RPD dispatch, operator 47. State the nature of your emergency.
Yes, hello? This is Mrs. Cable over on Ackerley. I've called 3 times this week about the Miller house next door. That dog of theirs has been howling for 2 hours straight. In all this rain, it's absolutely heart-wrenching. And I can't hear my programs.
Ackerley Street. All right, Mrs. Cable. Have you tried knocking or seeing if the Millers are home? Maybe the storm spooked the dog.
I am not going over there in this downpour. Besides, their front door is wide open. It's just swaying in the wind. It's irresponsible, is what it is. Someone's going to get the chill. Or a burglar. They're going to walk right in.
Front door's open? All right, ma'am. I'll put it on the board for a welfare check, but our units are tied up with a multi-car pileup on the bridge right now. Might be a while before a cruiser can swing by.
Tell them to hurry. That dog sounds like it's hurting. It's not even a bark anymore. It's like a wet coughing sound. It's disgusting.
All right, Mrs. Cable. We'll get someone out there when a car clears. Try to get some sleep. Bye now. RPD dispatch, console 4. What's the location of your emergency?
Yeah, I'm on the corner of Victory and Enterdale. Some idiot in a red pickup just slid right into my driver's side door. He's trying to tell me his brakes failed, but I saw him. He was flying. I told you the road's like ice, you moron. Stay back.
All right, sir, calm down. Is anyone injured? I need to know if I'm sending an ambulance or just a tow truck.
Injured? My neck feels like a pretzel and my car's totaled. And this guy... Hey, get away from my bumper! He's trying to kick the headlight in, officer. Are you hearing this?
Sir, stay in your vehicle and keep the doors locked until a unit arrives. I've got a patrol car finishing a ticket 2 blocks over. I'll divert them to you.
He looks like he's on something. His eyes are all bloodshot, and he's shaking. Tell your guys to hurry up before I have to defend myself.
I hear you, sir. Unit 12's en route. Do not engage with the other driver. RPD out. Dispatch console 4, go ahead.
Mac, this is Sergeant Marvin Brandick. Just doing a quick comms check on the internal line. Chief wants all supervisors on active monitors.
Copy that, Sarge. I hear you loud and clear. Sounds like you've been living on station coffee for a week.
Feels like it. Listen, I'm looking at the personnel board for the midnight rotation. We've got a new officer, Leon S. Kennedy, scheduled to report in tonight. He's a rookie, straight out of the academy.
Kennedy kid? Tonight? Hell of a night to start. Hope he brought a raincoat and a thick skin. What time's he due in?
Probably late. He called in from a rest stop earlier to check in. I told the sergeant we should have a welcome to RPD party prepped. But with the way these erratic behavior calls are piling up, we'll be lucky if we're even in the building to greet him by a 100.
Yeah, it's a mess, Marv. Even the old lady on Ackerley's calling in about coughing dogs and open doors. I think the rain's just making everyone paranoid after all those headlines about the Arclay murders.
Maybe. Just keep an eye on the highway frequencies. If the kid calls in lost, try to guide him toward the station. I don't want a fresh rookie wandering around the outskirts near the mountain trailhead. Not with the STARS Bravo team still missing and the Arclay report still open. It's not safe out there.
Understood, Sergeant. I'll keep the light on for him. You just keep the coffee warm. Mac out. Dispatch, Mac. That you, Danny? I saw Unit 12 clear at that accident on Victory. You guys okay? Sounded like a circus over there.
Man, you have no idea, Mac. This guy was a tank. We tried to get him out of the truck and he lunged. It took me, Miller, and Sarah just to get the cuffs on him.
Seriously? The guy from the red pickup? He looked like a stick figure when I saw his ID photo.
I don't know what he's on. Probably not just booze. He wasn't even yelling. He's just growling like an animal. And look, the fucker actually bit me too. Right through the sleeve of my uniform. God, ripped the chunk out of my forearm.
A biter? Seriously? Man, I told you the crazies were out tonight. You need to head to General Hospital and get that cleaned up. You don't want to get a junkie infection.
Yeah. Sarah's calling it in now. It's just a scratch, really, but Chief Irons is a stickler for paperwork for any assault on an officer. I'm going to grab a coffee, wrap my arm up, and get back out there. We're already short-handed.
Typical, Danny. Always trying to be the hero. Just make sure you get a tetanus shot or something. Maybe a rabies shot, too. I'll keep the board clear for you for 10 minutes. Go wash up.
Thanks, brother. I'll catch you on the flip side. Danny out.
A biter. God, I hate this city sometimes. Dispatcher's log. Entry 2. Times 21:45. Status escalating. Things are starting to fragment. We just had a messy 1031 over on Victory. One of our officers, my friend Danny, and his team had to go hands-on with a motorist. Danny got a bite for his trouble, but he's heading to General to get it cleared up. At least he's off the street for a bit. Board's still filling up with atypical behavior reports. I've got 4 separate calls about open doors and prowlers who aren't stealing anything. They're just lingering. It's like the whole city has a fever. Chief Irons is still in his office with the lights off, and the STARS office might as well be a tomb. Starting to get a little bad feeling about the civil unrest the brass is talking about. Feels less like a riot and more like a breakdown. Anyway, clearing a backlog of noise complaints now so I can keep the lines open for a graveyard shift. Hopefully the rain washes out this tension. Log end. Attention all units. Attention all units. Dispatch with a standing bolo. Effective immediately, per Chief Irons, we're updating the active search parameters for the ongoing Arclay bizarre murder investigation. Units are advised to keep a sharp lookout for a white male, late 30s, Last seen in the vicinity of the Mizoil gas station on the Highway 11 turnoff. Suspect is described as wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans. He's reported to be disoriented and highly aggressive. Note to responding officers: use extreme caution. Previous contact reports indicate the suspect may be under the influence of an unknown narcotic. He's non-responsive to verbal commands and has shown a high tolerance for physical deterrence. Do not, repeat, do not attempt a lone approach if the subject appears to be in a state of frenzied behavior. Suspect is wanted for questioning in connection with the July 4th trailhead disappearances. If spotted, maintain distance and call for backup. This is a Code 3 priority. RPD dispatch 2210.
I'm at 56 at this time. 9 Henry
RPD dispatch console 4. State the nature of your emergency.
I need an officer at the corner of 3rd and Birkin. Some guy, he jumped me. He was just sitting behind some trash bins and he lunged at me.
3rd and Birkin. Copy. Sir, calm down. Did he have a weapon? A knife? A firearm?
No weapon. He grabbed my jacket and he was so strong, sir. His hands, they were like ice. I had to kick him off me just to get away. I think he's high on something. His face was, my God, it looked like his skin was just hanging off his face. I think he might have been in a bad fire or a car accident or something.
Is he still in the area? Did you see which way he went?
He hasn't gone anywhere. He's standing there. He's standing there staring at the wall. I'm shouting at him to stay back, and he's not even looking at me. Stay back, sir. Stay back. He's not even looking at me. He's just making this wet click sound in his throat, like he's trying to clear phlegm.
Clicking? Well, sir, are you injured? Did he hit you?
He tried to. He tried to grab my arm with his teeth. Who does that? I think he tore my sleeve, but I didn't stay to check. Look, please just get someone down here, okay? This guy's dangerous. He's not talking either. He's just looking at me.
I have a unit clearing a traffic stop on 4th. I'll divert them to your location shortly. Stay in a well-lit area and do not approach him again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I'm going to walk into the 24-hour laundromat. Please just hurry.
Copy that. RPD out. Attention all units. Attention all units. Dispatch with a priority BOLO, Level 2 safety advisory, effective immediately. Per Sergeant Brannig. All patrol units are advised of an escalating trend in 1096 calls, mental health disturbances, concentrating in the North Hills and Innerdale districts. Be advised, suspects are frequently described as exhibiting extreme physical trauma, pale skin, and uncoordinated movement. Reports indicate these individuals are non-communicative and may be experiencing a frenzied or catatonic state. Units are instructed to employ no-contact containment strategies where possible. Do not engage these subjects without secondary backup present. If a suspect makes physical contact, specifically via biting or scratching, officers are to report to Raccoon General for immediate decontamination. Do not return to the precinct until cleared by medical staff. Current active BOLO for a stolen RPD Cruiser Unit 12. Last seen heading south on Victory. Driver is believed to be non-responsive to radio pings. If spotted, do not approach. Monitor, report coordinates only. This is a Code 4 directive, RPD dispatch 2250. RPD dispatch console 4. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, it's Henderson over at the City Zoo. I've got a major vandalism here in progress at the East Gate. I'm the security guard here. Some kids must have hopped the fence and cut the power to the perimeter alarms.
The zoo? In this weather? They must be desperate for a thrill. Well, any sightings of the suspects?
No, but they did more than just cut wires. They smashed the locks on the primary enclosures in the mammal pavilion. I'm looking at an open gate right now, sir. The lions are pacing like they've seen a ghost, and the elephants, I've never heard them scream like this. It's like they're trying to break the concrete walls down.
Open enclosures. Great. All right, Henderson. I'll notify animal control. But between the storm and the unrest downtown. They're probably not going to get a truck out there until morning. Can you secure the gates yourself?
I'm not going in there. It's pitch black, and I keep hearing, I don't know, something just hit the glass in the reptile house. It sounded like a sledgehammer. I think these kids are still on site, and they're armed.
Listen to me, Henderson. Just get back in your security booth and lock the door. I'll see if I can spare a patrol car to cruise the perimeter, but don't play hero. If the animals are spooked, they're more dangerous than the vandals.
You don't have to tell me twice. Just hurry. I've lived next to these lions for 10 years, and I've never heard them sound hungry like this. Raccoon City Zoo security out.
RPD dispatch, console 4. What's your emergency?
You have to send someone. I'm at the warehouse facility on the corner of Birkin and 5th. My keycard isn't working, and the internal security, they just locked the sublevels from the outside.
Birkin and 5th, that's the Umbrella Pharmaceutical Distribution Center. Sir, take a breath. Is there a fire? Why are you locked in?
No fire. No, it's the containment protocols. Something happened in the loading docks. They told us it was a spill, a chemical leak, and then the screaming started. I saw them. I saw the security team just standing there while those things, they weren't people anymore.
Sir, what things? Are you talking about the civil unrest protesters? Did they breach the facility?
It's not protesters. It's the... Oh, God. They're here. Listen to me. The company's going to tell you it's a gas leak. They're going to tell you it's under control. They're lying. It's in the water. It's in the...
Okay, sir, stay on the line. I'm trying to patch you through to my sergeant. Who am I speaking with?
It doesn't matter. Just tell them to burn the building. Don't let them out. If they get into the city, it is over. Oh, my God, the vent. Stay back!
Hey, Sarge, can we have a unit available to go over to 5th and Birkin to the Umbrella Center? RPD dispatch, Mac. Make it quick. Board's been lighting up.
Hey, Mac. It's me.
Danny? What are you doing calling the line? You should be at the General Hospital. Did the docs get you fixed up yet?
I didn't go in. The parking lot was a mess. Ambulances everywhere. People screaming. I just pulled over. Couldn't drive anymore. My arm. That fucker where he bit me, it's burning. Like it's on fire.
You mean you didn't go in? Danny, you sounded like hell an hour ago. Where are you parked? I'll have a cruiser pick you up and escort you into the ER.
No. Stay away. Listen, I don't want anyone to see me like this. My skin's turning gray, and I'm so hungry. I've never been this hungry. It's like there's a hole in my stomach.
Danny, listen to me. You're delirious. You probably got an infection or something. And do you have a fever? Stay exactly where you are. I'm going to pull up your GPS coordinates.
Don't. Just let me sit here. The rain feels good. The rain's cold. I just need to rest my eyes. I just need to rest for a minute.
Danny, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Damn it. RPD dispatch, console 4. Listen, if this isn't an emergency...
Officer, listen to me. This is Bonds. I'm with the Department of Public Works. I'm down here in Sector 4, the access tunnels near the treatment plant. You need to send someone down here, right now.
Sector 4, the sewers? Barnes, what the hell is a city worker doing in the tunnels in the middle of a flash flood warning? You should be topside.
We were clearing a blockage, but officer, it wasn't trash. We found, I saw it in the floodlights. It was an alligator. A massive alligator. It must have been at least 20, 30 feet long.
An alligator. In Raccoon City. Barnes, it's after 10 on a Friday. City's falling apart. My friend's in trouble in a patrol car somewhere, and you're calling me about a goddamn urban legend.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It came out of the dark water like a freight train and dragged itself back under. I'm standing on the service catwalk, and I can hear it. I can hear it scratching metal. It's not natural. It's too big.
Listen to me. I don't have a unit right now to send to the sewers for an alligator sighting. I've got things going on Main Street. I've got bite victims. I don't... Just get to the surface, find a manhole cover, and get out of there. You hear me?
All right, I'll try.
RPD dispatch. Is this General Hospital? We've been trying to get a hold of the triage desk for the last 10 minutes.
Honestly, Mac, don't send anyone else. We're at capacity. Triage has been a nightmare. We've got 12 people in the lobby all showing the exact same symptoms, and I've never seen anything like it.
What? The flu? I feel like half the city's calling in sick tonight.
It's not the flu. These people are almost catatonic. High-grade fevers. I'm talking 105, even 106 degrees, but their skin's clammy and gray. And they're not responding to localized pain. I had a man come in earlier with a massive laceration on his shoulder, and he just sat there. He didn't blink. He was just staring at the wall, making a clicking sound in the back of his throat.
Clicking? Yeah, you know, I had a caller tell me that earlier. Is this a respiratory thing?
Maybe. But here's the weird part. The bite wounds. Every single one of them has these deep, human-shaped bite marks. I've got a kid in room 4 who says his grandmother just snapped and went for his neck. We're treating it as a mass psychosis event right now. Maybe some kind of new neurotoxin, but none of the blood work makes any sense. The white cell counts are, well, they're practically non-existent.
Sounds like a bad batch of something hit the streets. Could be a drug thing? Listen, I've got an officer, a friend of mine actually, Danny. He's coming in with a bite on his arm. Can you make sure he gets seen? He's a friend.
I'll try, Mac, but we're starting to have behavioral issues. Some of these patients are getting aggressive. We've had to call security to room 2 twice now because a patient tried to attack a resident. It's like they've lost their higher brain function. Just tell your boys to stay on their toes, okay? Something about this feels wrong.
Copy that, Shelley. Well, keep me posted if the CDC gets involved. RPD out. Dispatcher's log. Entry 3, 2215. The coffee's gone cold, and the city's following suit. We've officially crossed the line from hectic to impossible. I've been staring at the board for 3 hours, and the patterns aren't making sense. I just took a call from a utility worker near the sewers, claiming he saw a reptile the size of a city bus. 10 minutes before that, a man was attacked by someone standing in the rain who didn't seem to notice the downpour. And then that strange, cryptic call from the Umbrella Distribution Center. It's like someone turned the volume down on the whole world and replaced it with a low-frequency hum. Everyone's reporting the same thing. Clicking in the throat, gray skin, and an appetite that doesn't involve a menu. My gut says it's a leak, something chemical, maybe something in the groundwater. Maybe this ties into the Arklay Mountain case. But the brass is staying quiet. Real quiet. My friend Danny's out there. He's supposed to be a general, but I've got a bad feeling he never made it to the front doors. Nurse Shelley at the triage desk says the lobby's a sea of people with the same fever. If a professional like her is sounding rattled by a few flu cases, we're not looking at a virus, we're looking at a breakdown. Star's office upstairs is still dark. Usually those guys are the first to kick in a door when things get weird, but tonight, it's like they knew to stay away. I'm looking at a photo on my desk, me and the guys at the precinct Christmas party last year, wondering how many of them are still in their cars, or how many of them are standing out in the rain. I'm gonna hold the line, that's the job. But I'm starting to wonder how well of a shield RPD is for this city anymore, or if we're just in the front row seats for whatever's coming. Log end. RPD dispatch. Go.
Hey, Mac. It's Robert Kendo. Over at the shop? You guys busy tonight or what? I've seen 3 cruisers fly past my front window in the last 10 minutes.
Hey, Robert. Yeah, it's a mess. Rain's got everybody sliding into each other, and we've got some civil unrest issues in the West End. What can I do for you? You're not calling to complain about the parking again, are you?
I wish. Listen, I've got some of your boys in here right now. Off-duty guys. trying to buy up my entire stock of 9mm and some 12 gauge. They're acting like they're prepping for a war, Mac. One of them mentioned something about a lockdown at the station. Anything I should know?
Lockdown? No, nothing official. Chief's got us on a level 2 alert, but that's standard for any high-tension night. Why? Who's in there?
Doesn't matter, but they look spooked. I've had 4 civilians in here in the last hour trying to buy home defense kits who don't even know how to put a safety on a gun. People are panicking, Mac. I'm thinking about shuttering the windows and heading home early. My daughter's alone at the house. I don't like the vibe on the street.
Honestly, Kendo, I don't blame you. If I weren't chained to this desk, I'd be doing the same. Tell the boys to get back in their units and stop scaring the locals. And hey, keep a shotgun under the counter tonight. Just in case. Little professional advice.
Way ahead of you, brother. I'll check in tomorrow. Stay safe.
All units be advised. We have a code 30 in the vicinity of the Birkin residence and the sublevel sewer junctions near the Umbrella facility. Subject 1 is Dr. William Birkin, reported missing, potentially dead. We have reports of heavy gunfire and explosives detonated subsurface. Witnesses are describing a ghost unit, 5 to 6 individuals in full black tactical gear, gas masks, and red lens oculars. They're extremely proficient and considered heavily armed and dangerous. We have one erratic report from a dazed survivor mentioning a large white rectangular object moving within the unit. Disregard that for now, probably a gear crate or localized hallucination due to the fumes. Use extreme caution. If you see black tactical gear without RPD or STARS markings, do not engage. Retreat, call for SWAT. Clear at 2350. Unit 4 Alpha, this is Mac, dispatch. Checking status on that 415 disturbance on Ennerdale Street. Neighbors reporting a domestic dispute, a lot of glass breaking. Are you on scene?
Copy, dispatch. We're at the front door now. Lights are on, but nobody's answering. We can hear, sounds like somebody's struggling with a pet in the kitchen. We are making entry.
4 Alpha, be advised, backup is 4 minutes out. What is the subject's condition?
RPD, nobody move. Oh, God. Dispatch, cancel that 415. Get an ambulance to this location. We have a male subject over a, oh, God. I think it's a golden retriever. There's so much blood. Sir, step away from the animal. Step away now. He's not responding. He's still chewing. Dispatch, he looked at us. His jaw is just hanging there. He's got chunks of blood. Dispatch, he's getting up. He's coming at us and he's not stopping. Get back! I said get back!
4 Alpha? 4 Alpha? Come in. Shots fired at Ennerdale. All units, shots fired. 4 Alpha, do you copy? Oh, the internal line's going off again. Looks like it's Danny. Danny? Thank God. I've been trying to page your car. Are you still at General Hospital? Tell me a doctor looked at that arm, man. We really need you out there.
Hey, Mac. It doesn't hurt anymore.
Oh, good. Good. That's the meds kicking in. Just stay put, all right? Maybe you shouldn't go back on shift tonight.
No, not meds. It's the itch. I was so itchy and I scratched all the skin away, Mac. It's all red and pretty underneath, but it still itches.
Danny, scaring me, man. Talking crazy. Just close your eyes and wait for a nurse.
I'm so thirsty. The water, it tastes like metal. I saw a man in the hall. He was bleeding, and he looked, he looked tasty. Why did he look tasty?
Danny, stop. Listen to me. Don't look at anyone else. Just stay on the line with me. Don't hang up.
Itchy arm. Tasty.
Danny? Danny! Attention all RPD personnel. Per directive from Chief Irons, a total quarantine of the Raccoon City Police Department is now in effect. All civilian entry is suspended. Do not open the main hall doors for any reason, regardless of survivor status or medical emergency. 2. Water supply in the Arclay District and downtown grid has been flagged as Category 4 hazardous. Do not use station sinks or drinking fountains. Use only bottled rations located in the STARS office or break room. Any officer exhibiting symptoms of high fever, skin necrosis, or erratic behavior is to be isolated immediately. Use of lethal force is authorized if quarantine is breached. RPD dispatch, state your emergency.
This is Robert Kendo again, over at the gun shop on Flower Street. I'm not calling for a pickup, so don't bother sending a car. I'm calling to tell you to stay the hell away from my block.
Mr. Kendo, sir, we have reports of multiple 1031s in your area. We're spread thin, and a lot of us are here at the station, but we can try to,
I said don't. I just watched one of your black and whites pull over a block down. The officer got out to help a guy on the sidewalk, and that thing practically took the officer's head off in one bite. And the officer, he didn't stay down. He's back up now. And he's wandering towards my shop window.
Sir, if there's an officer down, we need to...
That ain't an officer anymore. I don't know what umbrella's cooking up, but those people out there, they are people. I've got my steel shutters down and I'm armed. If I see so much as a shadow move past my glass, uniform or not, I'm putting a slug in it. You tell your boys to keep driving. You're losing this city. Clear? One down. Don't make me do another. Goodbye, RPD.
Attention all units. Attention all units. This dispatch is a high-priority tactical advisory for Sector 4 and the surrounding West End blocks. All units currently in transit or still on active patrol, acknowledge and adjust your routes immediately. Flower Street is officially designated a red zone. Effective immediately. All patrol traffic is to avoid 300 through 500 blocks of Flower Street. We have received multiple reports of high-velocity discharge in the vicinity of the Kendo gun shop. Be advised, Robert Kendo has reported a breach attempt by a large, uncoordinated crowd. Kendo is currently armed and defending the property. He has stated over this landline that he will neutralize any individual attempting to cross his threshold, regardless of their condition. We're treating the shop as a high-risk flashpoint. Do not, I repeat, do not attempt to intervene or approach the Kendo storefront. We do not have the manpower to coordinate a crossfire extraction, and Kendo is not distinguishing between erratic subjects and responding officers at this time. Furthermore, units are advised to maintain a 2-block radius from the Flower Street sector. We are receiving secondary reports of clogged thoroughfares. Callers are describing groups of citizens, 10 to 15 individuals standing in the middle of the road. They are not responding to sirens or air horns. If you encounter a crowd blockage on Flower or Innerdale, do not exit your vehicle. Reverse out of the sector and find an alternate route via Central. The Kendo situation is considered volatile. If you're low on ammunition or supplies, do not attempt to resupply at Kendo's. Return to the precinct or the substation on 4th. We're trying to keep the peace, but Kendo is dug in. Until this rain lets up, that street is a shooting gallery. Keep your windows up, keep your doors locked, and for God's sake, stay off Flower Street. Dispatch clear, 2238. Unit 22, I see you're calling for dispatch. Stationary on Innerdale. Everything quiet on your end?
Dispatch, it's quiet, but it's not right. I caught your advisory about Flower Street. I can hear Kendo's 12 gauge echoing off the brickwork from here. Sounds like he's got plenty of customers tonight.
Yeah, he's dug in. Are you seeing any of that crowd behavior in your sector? The 911 lines are saying people are grouping up and refusing to disperse.
I'm looking at it right now. It's the strangest thing I've seen, and I've been on for 20 years. There's a group of about 10 of them standing under the awning of the pharmacy. They aren't talking. They aren't shouting. They're just swaying. Like they're all listening to a frequency I can't catch.
Any signs of aggression? Have they acknowledged your cruiser?
I flashed the high beams a second ago. One of them looked over. He didn't cover his eyes, didn't even blink. He just stared straight into the light until I turned them off. His eyes looked like clouded glass. I was going to step out, maybe check their vitals, but my gut told me keep the doors locked. There's a smell hitting the vents, even in this rain, almost like a butcher shop with the power out.
Copy that, 22. Stay in the car. Sergeant Branding's orders are no contact for the duration. We've already got officers reporting in with bite wounds. I don't want you on that list.
Understood. I'm going to hold this intersection another 10 minutes, then I'm pulling back towards the precinct. The street's starting to feel like a dead end. Unit 22, clear.
Dispatch Mac, who is this? I'm seeing a internal extension from the second floor.
Mac, it's Meyer. I'm in the evidence locker. You have to tell the units outside not to come in through the side entrance. It is a slaughterhouse up here.
Meyer? What are you talking about? Marvin is supposed to have that floor secured. Where's the Sarge?
Marv's down, Mac. We were processing one of the unrest victims. Some guy who went flatline 10 minutes after they brought him in. We were waiting for the coroner, and the guy he sat up. He lunged at Marv, and he took a piece out of his shoulder before we could even draw. We had to put 3 rounds in the guy's chest just to get him off, and even then he was still clawing at the floor.
God. Is Marvin all right?
He's bleeding bad. We moved him to the main hall, but everything's falling apart. I went to the chief's office to get the key to the emergency medical kit, and the door is dead-bolted from the inside. Irons? He's in there, Mac. I can hear him moving furniture against the door. He's crying, or maybe he was laughing. I couldn't tell. He won't open up, and he's left us out here.
That coward. All right, listen, Meyer, stay where you are. I'll try to coordinate a,
No, Mac. Listen, don't send anyone. Not yet. I'm looking out the high window into the courtyard, and I saw something. It wasn't one of those sick people.
What was it? I had a caller earlier tell me that the cages were open at the zoo. Was it an animal or?
No, it didn't have any skin, Mac. It was all muscle and brain. And it was crawling along the ceiling of the west corridor like a goddamn spider. And it had these claws. And the tongue, it had to be 3 feet long. And it just stopped outside the glass. It doesn't even have eyes. But I know it could hear me. And it heard the fire alarm. And then it just vanished into the vents.
Meyer, get out of the evidence locker. Go to the dark room. It's got a reinforced door. I'm going to lock the dispatch boots from the inside. Do you hear me?
I hear it. I hear it in the pipes, Mac. It's in the... Oh, God! Get back! Get back! Get back!
Dispatcher's log, entry 4, 2230. The front doors are chained, shutters are down, but I don't think it matters. The threat isn't just outside anymore. The situation is, it's total. Sergeant Branding is wounded. Meyer told me he took a bite to the shoulder. They've moved him to the main hall just to try to keep him stable, but we all know the math now. Nobody walks away from a bite tonight. Not even the best of us. The chain of command has officially dissolved. Chief Irons has barricaded himself in his office on the second floor. He's not responding to the radio, and he's moved enough furniture against that door to stop a riot squad. He's left his officers to die in the halls while he listens to screams from behind mahogany. If I survive tonight, I'm going to make sure he answers for every single soul he abandoned. He belongs in a cell, not on a throne. We've had our first encounter with something that isn't human. Meyer saw it in the west corridor. No eyes, exposed muscles, claws that can tear through reinforced glass. I heard some other officers calling it a licker. I can hear it now. Something's moving in the ventilation shafts above my booth. It's rhythmic. It's a scratching. And it's not looking for a way out. It's looking for a way in. I just got word from Flower Street. Kendo's turned his gun shop into a fortress. He stopped calling this line. Last thing he said was he was cleaning up the neighborhood. Based on reports of 12-gauge fire coming from that block, he's doing a lot more than that. And my friend Danny, he's gone. I heard him on the open mic. The itch finally won. My friend's out there somewhere wandering in the rain, looking for something to eat. God help me. We're trying to secure the building, but the RPD wasn't built for a siege. The dark room was our only clean zone we had left. If you're a survivor and you can hear this, stay away from the precinct. It's a beacon for the dead now. It's become a trap. I'm the last voice in this booth. I'm going to keep this recording running until the power dies. If the STARS team ever makes it back, tell them they were right. About everything. Log end. Attention all active units, this is a Priority 1 emergency broadcast. Per the mayor's office, and per common sense, all units are advised that the East Gate and the Mizuho Highway bypass are currently gridlocked. Do not attempt to route civilians towards the highway. Reports indicate that the unrest has spread to the toll booths. If you have civilians in your vehicle, your primary objective is now extraction towards the west. Avoid the city center, avoid the hospital, and as of 2258, the RPD precinct is no longer a designated safe zone. If you are within 5 blocks of the station, keep moving. Do not pull into the courtyard. I repeat, the RPD courtyard is compromised. This is an open broadcast to any civilians listening on this frequency. Get out of your cars if the traffic is stopped and run for the woods. Do not stay on the main roads. Dispatch clear. Dispatch, Console 4, who's calling?
RPD, it's Vaughn, over at the Circular Street pumping station. I think I need to shut down the main intake for the whole north sector.
Shut down the north sector? Vaughn, it's a Category 5 storm. I know everything's going on, but if you cut the pumps, the sewers are going to back up to the streets within 20 minutes. You'll flood the entire east side.
I don't have a choice. The filters are clogging. Not with silt and not with trash. I just pulled the primary grate at intake 3 and it was full of hair. Clumps of it. Long, dark hair matted with something that looks almost like gray skin.
Hair? From where? A runoff drain?
It's coming from the upstream flow, from the Arclay direction. But it's not just the filters. The chemical sensors are going haywire. The chlorine levels are being eaten up by some kind of biological catalyst. The water coming through the pipes right now, it's not even water. It's thick, it's oily, and, the pressure's dropping because something large is stuck in the primary turbine. Something that sounds like it's breathing.
Vaughn, get out of there. If the intake is contaminated, you cannot fix it from the inside. Call your supervisor, just get out of there.
Supervisors aren't answering. Nobody's answering. I'm looking at the reservoir through the observation glass, and the water, oh God, it's turning red. It's like the whole mountain's bleeding into our pipes, and people are still drinking this. If they're using this to wash their wounds...
I don't know who's still listening, Vaughn, but I'll put out a citywide do not use advisory. Just get to the surface, Vaughn. Go.
Something hit the observation window. Oh my God, there's a body against the glass, and its eyes are open.
RPD Dispatch, Console 4, go.
Good evening, officer. I'm calling on behalf of the Umbrella Corporation's Emergency Management Division. Am I speaking with the dispatcher in charge of the West Side sectors?
Yeah, my name's Mackenzie. What do you want? Your distribution center at Birkin and 5th is currently a biohazard zone, in case you haven't checked your emails.
We are aware of the containment failure at that facility, officer. However, my interest is currently directed at the Raccoon City Police Department's holding cells. We have reason to believe a person of interest, a former researcher, was picked up by one of your units near the Arclay trailhead earlier tonight.
A researcher? Look, buddy, my precinct's under siege by people who look like they crawled out of a grave. I don't have time to check booking logs for your missing scientists.
Officer, let me be very clear. The individuals you're seeing on your monitors, They are the result of a massive leak of our proprietary medical assets. Umbrella is currently mobilizing a private countermeasure force to sanitize the city. If you wish for the RPD to be included in the extraction zones, you will find that researcher and you will keep him alive.
Sanitize? You mean help us? Why don't you send the National Guard? I've got people dying in my lobby.
The National Guard will not be arriving, officer. The city is being placed under a federal quarantine at midnight. Anyone remaining inside the perimeter after that time will be considered collateral. Now, check your cells. If the package is secure, we may be able to spare a helicopter for your roof. If not, well, I suggest you stop answering the phones and spend the remaining time with your family.
You son of a bitch. You did this. You poisoned the water. I just talked to a guy at the pumping station and he said...
That man is no longer a concern, and soon, neither will you be. Have a pleasant evening, officer.
Dispatcher's log, entry 5, 2355. The lights are still on, but I don't know for how long. The grid is surging every time the lightning hits, and the backup generator in the basement, it's sounding rough. The situation at the precinct is stable, but barely. Sergeant Brannig is down in the main hall. He's taken a serious wound to the shoulder, and he's losing blood, but he's still the toughest man in this building. He's got the rookies barricading the west corridor and keeping the survivors calm. If anyone can hold this place together until we get help, it's Marv. But we're running low on first aid, and the patients we're bringing in, they don't stay quiet for long. I've officially marked Unit 12 as 10-7, out of service. I lost Danny's signal near the hospital over an hour ago. No radio check, no GPS. I'm marking him as MIA for the record, but we all know what that means tonight. I'm also confirming Officer Meyer is down. He was trying to secure the east wing when something came through the ceiling. We couldn't get to him in time, and they've had to seal off that wing entirely. I just had a call from Umbrella Corporate. They're talking about sanitizing the city and quarantine perimeters. They aren't talking like they're here to help. They're talking like they're here to clean up a mess. They asked about a researcher, some guy from the Art Clay Labs. I told them I hadn't seen him. If they want their people back, they can send a rescue team that actually carries stretchers instead of just body bags. I can hear things in the pipes now. Something's moving in the walls that isn't human. We're moving the remaining staff to the darkroom and the STARS office, anywhere with a reinforced door. To any unit still on the street, the RPD, it's not exactly a safe harbor, but we are chaining the gates at midnight, so if you're coming, come fast. This might be the last log. If the power goes, the recorder goes with it. I've done what I can to bridge the gap, but the lines are going dark one by one. To any officer still monitoring this frequency, you are relieved of duty. Find your families, get to high ground. Don't look back. There's nothing left for us to protect here but the silence. Log end. Attention all Raccoon City residents and RPD personnel. This is an emergency broadcast from Central Dispatch. A level 4 quarantine is now in effect for the entire metropolitan area. All citizens are ordered to remain indoors. Do not attempt to cross the city perimeter via the main highways. All exits are currently blocked by private security and federal cordons. The Raccoon City Police Department maintains the primary extraction point for the east and west sectors. If you are seeking refuge, proceed to the main entrance on Enterdale Street immediately. Be advised, individuals exhibiting signs of high fever, aggression, or epidermal necrosis are to be considered extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to render aid without proper biohazard protection. If you encounter a crowd of swaying or non-responsive individuals, vacate the area immediately. Stay off the radio bands unless reporting a level 1 emergency. We're expecting a National Guard arrival by sunrise. Stay together, stay in the light. This is Officer Mack, RPD Dispatch. Clear at 0000 hours.